Welcome to the course. And congratulations on taking this huge step toward earning your AHIMA Certified Coding Associate credential. Deciding to pursue the CCA certification is a fantastic investment in your professional future, as it proves to employers that you possess the foundational skills needed to excel in medical coding. Throughout this journey, we are going to break down complex medical concepts, coding guidelines, and regulatory requirements into simple, manageable pieces. You have made a wonderful choice by committing to your career development, and I am absolutely thrilled to guide you through every single step of this learning experience as we prepare for your exam success. We will kick off our journey in Section 1 by exploring health records, data content, and information technology. Before you can accurately assign codes, you must understand how medical records are structured and maintained in the real world. We will study the critical transition from paper files to electronic health records, data integrity standards, and the core software systems that coding professionals use every day. A common mistake students make is rushing past this foundational material. But the CCA exam heavily tests your understanding of healthcare data management. I highly recommend taking thorough notes during these lessons to build a strong foundation before we jump into clinical coding guidelines. In Section 2, we dive deep into clinical classification systems, specifically focusing on ICD-10-CM for diagnoses and ICD-10-PCS for inpatient hospital procedures. This area forms a massive portion of your certification exam, so we will spend plenty of time breaking down the specific structure, official guidelines, and formatting conventions. You will learn exactly how to navigate these massive coding manuals quickly and accurately, which is a vital skill for the timed exam. To master this section, try to practice coding a few sample cases every single day. Repetition is the ultimate key to feeling completely comfortable with these diagnostic and procedural code sets when test day arrives. Section 3 shifts our focus to outpatient procedural coding, where you will master current procedural terminology and the Healthcare Common Procedure Coding System, known as HCPCS Level II. Here, you will learn the exact rules for coding outpatient medical services, minor surgeries, and specialized medical equipment used outside of the hospital stay. Understanding how outpatient coding differs from inpatient coding is absolutely essential for a well-rounded professional. And the exam will definitely test your ability to separate these two worlds. As you study these modules, create flashcards for common modifiers and terminology, which will save you precious time during your actual certification test. Moving into Section 4, we will connect the codes you assign to the financial side of healthcare by exploring reimbursement methodologies and payment systems. You will discover exactly how accurate coding directly impacts provider reimbursement and healthcare revenue cycles. We will break down complex payment models used by Medicare and commercial insurance companies, including diagnosis-related groups for inpatients and ambulatory payment classifications for outpatients. The exam expects you to understand the financial consequences of your coding choices. To truly grasp this material, try to focus on the big picture of how a patient encounter transforms into a clean, compliant medical claim, to help you track your progress throughout this journey. This course includes comprehensive practice tests designed to mimic the real exam environment. Taking these practice tests is one of the best ways to identify your weak areas and improve your overall information retention. I strongly encourage you to complete the practice questions after finishing each section, rather than waiting until the very end of the course. When you review your results, do not just focus on your final score. Take the time to read the detailed explanations for both right and wrong answers, as this is where the deepest learning happens. In Section 5, we will explore the strict regulatory environment that governs our industry by studying healthcare compliance, fraud, and abuse. As a certified professional, you must understand the critical legal differences between accidental billing abuse and intentional fraud. We will cover major regulations like the False Claims Act and the National Correct Coding Initiative to ensure your coding practices remain ethical and compliant with national standards. The CCA exam heavily emphasizes compliance because coding mistakes can lead to severe legal and financial penalties for healthcare facilities. Paying close attention to these rules will protect both your future employers and your professional reputation. We conclude our exam preparation with Section 6, which focuses on confidentiality, privacy, and data security. Here, you will master the legal laws and ethical standards designed to protect sensitive patient information. We will thoroughly examine HIPAA regulations, the strict rules for releasing medical records, and the technical safeguards used to prevent data breaches. The exam will challenge you with situational questions regarding patient privacy. So understanding the spirit of these laws is crucial. Mastering this final section ensures you enter the workforce as a trustworthy professional who knows how to safeguard patient data in any medical setting. To get the absolute most value out of this course, I highly recommend adopting active learning strategies rather than just passively watching the videos. Keep a dedicated notebook handy. Write down key definitions, and map out coding pathways as we discuss them. Consistency is far more effective than cramming. So try to dedicate a specific time each day to study, even if it is just 30 minutes. Treating your study time like a professional appointment will help you build momentum and retain information much better. Remember, becoming a certified coder requires patience, and building these habits now will pay off massively on exam day. It is completely normal to feel a bit overwhelmed at first by the sheer amount of information, guidelines, and rules in medical coding. If a particular concept or coding manual section feels confusing, do not get discouraged or give up. Take a short break. Review the lesson again, and use the practice questions to reinforce what you just learned. Learning how to code is very much like learning a brand new language, and fluency only comes through continuous practice and exposure. Stay patient with yourself. Maintain a positive mindset, and trust that the pieces will start falling into place as you move through the course. One of the most common traps students fall into is skipping sections they feel they already know or giving up before completing the final modules. I strongly encourage you to commit right now to finishing every single lecture and resource provided in this course. Each section builds directly upon the previous one, and the CCA exam tests a balanced mix of all these topics. By completing the entire course, you ensure that there are no blind spots in your knowledge when you sit down for the test. Your dedication to finishing what you started is what will transform your hard work into a passing score. Welcome once again to our learning community. And let us get ready to turn your career goals into reality. I invite you to jump right into Section 1 today. Clear your workspace and start building those excellent study habits from day one. Do not forget to use the attached practice tests as you progress to measure your growth and boost your confidence. With consistent effort, active participation, and the comprehensive tools provided in this course, you are fully capable of mastering this material and passing your certification exam. Believe in your abilities. Stay focused on your ultimate goal. And let us begin this exciting journey together right now.